All right, what is good, everybody? We are back again with another reaction video. Today, I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to do my top 10 favorite Chris Patrick songs. And I had this video in the works about a month ago, before 3 a.m. came out. I was going to do it. I was literally in the process of making it, but things happened, and then I kind of forgot about it. But I talked actually to Chris Patrick a couple days ago. He kind of kicked my ass in gear, gave me the fire and the passion to do this video. So thank you, Chris, for the inspiration. I appreciate you, my guy, and whatever I can do to introduce more people to your music is, my honor. So we'll get into it. Top 10 Chris Patrick songs. Of course, this is my personal opinion. The ones that have affected or inspired me the most, or really, you know, had an impact on me personally. So if there's a song that you think I missed, or a song you think is too high or too low, or why didn't you put this song on there? Just hit up in the comments. Or if you never listened to this guy before and are just enjoying his music for the first time, it's really quite amazing the discography he has put out in just about a year or two of being in the rap game. It's quite extraordinary, and I'm proud to call you my friend and my brother, Chris. So we got the good stuff ready for the video. Now that we're finally doing this, so pour up your favorite beverage. You know, vibe a little bit, listen to some good music, relax, kick back. I'm gonna be enjoying it. Yo, this was actually super hard to narrow down to 10 songs. Like, uh, you know, based off the songs he has out, like there's another 10, 15 songs I could have easily put on here. So it was very difficult to narrow it down to a final 10. So, it's definitely all subjective. All of his songs that he's made are great. So, shout out to you, Chris. We'll get into the first honorable mention that I have. So, the first time I ever heard the name Chris Patrick was in the Cypher 2019 contest, Pokemon Cypher. I couldn't really put this in my top 10 because it's not really a song. It's just sort of his audition verse for the Cypher. So that was the first time I ever heard the name Chris Patrick, and I was like, "Ooh, this got kind of cold." And then I heard I got the shirt, right. So I got had a support show from the gang, getting the shirt for the Cypher. I'm like, "Ooh, I remember Chris Patrick from the contest. This guy's kind of cold." And loved his verse on the Cypher. And what really attracted me to him was all the vlogs that like Shofu and Shizzy and Beatdown and all them made around the Cypher, and just his personality and the way he conducted himself, as well as just like his otherworldly freestyling ability. Like it's insane. Go and watch those vlogs if you haven't. Shofu has like 3 of them. Beatdown has a vlog. Shizzy has a vlog. Pretty sure like GE has a vlog too. All around that Cypher 2019. So that was back in the summer of 2019. That was the first time I ever heard the name Chris Patrick. So we're gonna visit back here, and it's just a little 1-minute snippet here. So I couldn't really put it in my top 10. Just gave it an honorable mention, but there's some bars here.
Hey, what? Huh?
What? You can be serious.
Them niggas delirious, step in the room, me. Why should I take the experience? Pockets flowing with tokens, I'm focused on taking the trophy and all that I had. I need me to get all of my badges from gyms and put that on top of my bag.
Whoa, huh? What? Hey, what?
I'm in the corridor. Feeling like Charizard, I put the flame on niggas. 2-1 me in a Pokemon battle, and I put the pain on niggas. Need to put blame on them niggas who claim that they working. I've been in my back up and missed your Birkin. Oh man. Everything way too expensive. I put that XDEF on me just to boost my defenses. I wear that best VVS on me so I'm cool in the trenches. I need that text, ooh, he fresh, sitting in the queue of my mentions. Cause my broski said I got it, he Luigi and I'm Mario. We train to get these kills and fights, we rolling like Sicardios. These niggas teams get wiped out, we just leave them on that sorry flow. Pull up with that Aura Beam, we strap with that Lucario.
So yeah, that was his verse for the contest for the Cypher. And he obviously got on the Cypher because of that verse. Him and Black Link, of course. Shout out to Black Link as well. Minnesota guy. Love that dude. If you scramble through the VODs, you'll also hear me. I also entered that contest. Mine was nowhere near as good as Chris's, but yeah, that was my contribution to the Pokemon Cypher. But that whole contest was hilarious, man. Shopu has a compilation video, all the highlights of the best and worst entries of the contest, and man, that video has just made me die laughing for 15 minutes straight, man. That's some good shit. All right, next honorable mention is actually gonna be number 10 in my original list, so I have to mention it. But first I'm gonna do another honorable mention, which is gonna be a song that actually hasn't come out yet. So I'm not gonna play it because Chris will be mad at me. I'm not gonna play it, but it is a song called "External" that he has not released yet. He has released one verse of it on Twitter. You can go back and find it if you scroll through his Twitter. The first line of it was, "Used to feel like dying was the only solution. My mind was deadly." He played the chorus and one verse of that on his Twitter. And the reason I have the whole thing is that it actually, part of it pertains to me. So there's a connection there that I have with Chris. I really won't get into it until the actual song comes out, and I can really explain more. But External's up there just because, of that connection, and it is really flames. But Chris actually sent that to me with absolutely no warning. He just sent me a Twitter DM. So usually when he sends me stuff of like songs, like when he sent me Swish or like when he sent me other stuff, he'll usually preclude it with like, hey, I'll send you this, But this he actually dropped with absolutely no warning at like 1:30 in the morning. He just dropped it in my Twitter. There it is, External. And then I got the Swish demo in here, and that, that's private though. But he dropped that in like 1:30 in the morning, and I was like, wow, this is flames. And I woke up the next day and listened to it again, and then I actually cried. It's that good. So I'm just waiting for that one to come out. You guys are gonna love that when it does come out. External is the name of the song. But we'll get on to my final honorable mention, which was going to be number 10 in my original list, so I have to put it up here, 3 a.m. So I originally made this list before 3 a.m. came out, but 3 a.m. is going to be in my top 10. So I have to give credit to Big Black Truck, which would have been number 10 in my original list. This is, of course, a remix of the JID song that he did with Dreamville, of course, Big Black Truck. And Chris bodied this one. The bars and I guess just the dark feeling that it's got to it, like with biblical references and like all of that, man, it just really puts you in a mood, like late night heist, fuck them up, that sort of shit. But we'll listen to Big Black Truck. That bass is insane, by the way.
Big Black Truck. 2 niggas in black ski masks, hop to the van, chopper in hand, tryna rob, hit a lick on the property. Pick guys, gotta be quick for the cops, get it with for your bitch. Back up, put the cash in the bag before we spaz. Let the shotty go blast, blow, crash into the passenger, speed from the massacre, mask off. We just gotta dash, cause they after him.
Up in the morning at 6:36, talking to God, I'm not sure that he listening.
Sin like they sin and it gotta make sense.
Ain't
We
that
just ain't
fucking
worthy,
crazy?
we can't hear them whispering, run through the streets till we make it legit. Hunt for the prayer, get killed in the follow-up, bleed through the flames to the crazy abyss. One way to hell, I just pray they don't follow us. Book of Leviticus, sacrifice all the wickedness, wicked witch to the west. Started clicking on my heels to return me back to the nest. Hardest sin it was revealed like adamantiums in his chest. I'll dismantle him. If he think he gon' stand around in my Tesla, I'm testing him like a standardized question. I know I'm besting him. Guillotine around his necklace, my ghillie suit is perfected. I blended in with the trees, concealment of every weapon. I was started like a cobra in the AR scope with a guy until a boker. That's a silencer for real. Not a pioneer for violence, but I righteously appeal for the self-defense. Kicking like a newborn. Decided in the womb that I would show the world my new form. Lukewarm water inside the pack, don't drown. Even roses turn flaky with the jacks. Spits out rose from the flaky bucks and numbers from my jack. Took a turn for the worse and they ain't never coming back. Up in the morning at 6:36, talking to God, I'm not sure that he listening. Sin like they sin and they gotta make sense. We just ain't worthy, we can't hear him whisper and run through the streets till we make it legit. Hunt for the prayer, get killed in the follow-up, bleed through the flames to the crazy abyss. One way to hell, I just pray they don't follow us. Big black truck, two niggas in black ski masks, top of the van, chopper in hand, tryna rob, hit a lick on the property. Pick guys, gotta be quick for the cops, get it with your bitch. Back up, put the cash in the bag before we spaz. Let the shotty go blast, blow, crash into the passenger, speed from the massacre, mask off. We just gotta dash cause they after him. Up in the morning at 6:36, talking to God, I'm not sure that he listening. Sin like they sin and they gotta make sense. We just ain't worthy, we can't hear him whisper and run through the streets till we make it legit. Hunt for the prayer, get killed in the follow-up, bleed through the flames to the crazy abyss. One way to hell, I just pray they don't follow us.
That's what I really love about that tune is just like the references and the bars he is able to make while just obtaining an insanely fast flow while, you know, connecting like 3-4 bars together in the same like thesis. It's crazy. And the music theory nerd in me has to mention in the beat, like the triplet within a triplet, like bass line is actually absurd. Love that. That just goes hard. But we'll move on to the next one here, which is actually my number 10. Now we'll get into the proper list here. So we got the honorable mentions out of the way. Big Black Truck, of course, would have been 10 in my original list, so I had to play it. But number 10 is Nights from Chris's mixtape From the Heart from earlier this year. It came out in like January, February. This is, of course, remix of the Frank Ocean song, of course, also called Nights. But I love this one because he really gets, I guess, emotional about love and the relationship that he's got. I know him and his girl have been together forever, but you know that doesn't mean they can't have problems and stress in their relationship. But this is really it's really a beautiful song. I know I definitely reacted to it, loved it when I did my From the Heart reaction back when that came out. But this one's really beautiful.
Look, can't break your heart if it's already broken. Can't dry your eyes if they already soaking. What's done is done and now we left with the blunt of our repercussions. Communication is dead, there ain't no need for discussions. I block your gram soon as I can so I can't see who you fuck with. These new adjustments hit my body with a clang. How we go from co-pilots to us jumping from the plane. How we both gon' show silence as we cover up our pains. How the growth was once vibrant, now our highs beneath the blame. Is it me? Or is it you? Lack accountability for all the things we do. Quickly making these decisions without niggas thinking through. Difference in the moves only show that we similar in our forms of healing. I like to drink away my woes. You like to force the feelings out your body like you got exorcists here performing magic. We drive reckless with emotion, so of course we crashing. But there ain't no airbags to support our sadness. Plus we ain't prepared with any form of action. Enough of passion, we passively get aggressive. We barely trust what we saying, we asking each other questions. You trying to go through my phone, I'm trying to get on your socials. We heating up more than ever, we finally getting vocal. You try telling me I'm wrong, and I hate accusations. I feel the patience in my body start evaporating. Evacuation of the scene might just be best. Hesitation in my legs, my heart start beating through my chest. How our frequencies me static, how these pieces don't connect. We was supposed to be them Twitter goals, them dreams gonna be suppressed, but now I feel that love is fading, it don't come around. Stuck out in the ocean, you gon' watch me drown. Sluggish in my motions when you let me down. This shit is getting ugly. Please don't hit my line because you never loved me. Please don't waste my time cause you could never trust me. Second chance is dead cause you forever dubbed me. Yeah.
That one hits hard, honestly. Just trouble with love and relationships and all that, man. It's really, like I said, it's just a beautiful song. Move on to my number 9 on the list. This one is also from the Heart. And this was his most popular song for a while. Is the remix of Playing Games, which was one of the singles for From the Heart, along with Poof, and released before the tape came out. And this is another like Chris in his bag, like sad boy time, you know. But you know, this one hits hard as well, man. You know, there's some truths in here. Even though he's got a great relationship on the outside, man. I know you love your girl, but like the troubles that we all have in relationships, man. This one hits close to home. We'll listen to Playing Games. I actually sent this to a friend of mine after I first listened to it because it reminded me of him and his relationship.
Make you feel less of who you are. I would never weaponize my words and break your heart. I would never step out on you first to take you part. Disassemble pieces from the future of your thesis. You said we belong together, but you played me from the start. It's a shame. Different niggas, but you tripping, treating me the same. Call my phone, I'm getting distant, but you peep the game. Interrogation session, you questioning why a nigga changed. Why won't you say my name? Say my name. If you claim you want me, I can't claim no vixen who gon' treat me like a hoe. It was love at first sight, but now I love to let you go. This adjustment isn't something I anticipated yet, but you a weed inside my garden and I fucking need to grow. You was dubbing on my text, you said that nigga was your bro. You told me shit that made me feel like I would never be alone. I guess you lied, cause isolation in this space. Violation of my faith, time is wasted in this maze. I'm tired of waiting in this space.
I've been getting worn out, days of the photos getting torn out. Just going in the door now, doesn't mean, oh man, you want me more now. For sure now, just for you going out. You might think I'm acting crazy. I'm done calling her baby, I'm really not playing these games, playing games.
I died out inside when you said I wasn't the one.
Chris is really a great singer, man.
When you said I wasn't enough. I thought all this time you'd be my diamond in the rough.
I wouldn't have tried so hard if I knew I'd get fucked over.
Why won't you say my name, say my name? If you claim you want me, ain't no thing. You acting kinda shady. I'm done calling her baby. I really not playing these games, playing games. Got it, got it, job on it. Got it, got it, job on it. I ain't never.
Yeah, so that was so that was his most popular song for a while, honestly, especially right after From the Heart came out, really before Swish came out and made him really sort of a phenomenon, I guess, in the nation's eyes. You know, getting on NBA 2K is obviously a huge accomplishment. We'll get into that once we get into Swish, but you know, this really showcases, I think, his multifaceted nature as a rapper. He's not just a rapper. He can also sing. He's also hella talented with the singing. Like, we'll even look at 3 a.m. He's basically all singing there. Dude just get crazy talented. So we're gonna move on to number 8. We're getting to a bit of the older stuff now with Nothing Lasts Forever. And this song actually came out before I knew who Chris Patrick was. So I first heard of him in the Cypher contest. And the most recent song he had out at the time would have been Code of Ethics. We'll get to that later. But this was actually before. I think this might have been 2018. Even there is going to be a few from 2018 coming up on the list, but yeah, this was from before I ever knew who Chris Patrick was. But this one goes hard. After I really I saw the vlogs, started talking to Chris Patrick, started forming a relationship with him, and I went back and listened to all his music. You know, like Whippin' was out then, All Falls Down was out then, and I really went back into the vault, and this is one of my favorite ones that I found from back before I knew him, before really anybody knew him. I followed him at the time right before the Cypher came out. He had about 1K followers on Twitter when I followed him. It was like 1,100 maybe, and now he's up past 15K, which is insane. Shout out to Chris. You deserve everything that you're getting. Next year when we're looking back at this, it's gonna be 100K what you got on Twitter, man. It's gonna be insane. But we're going to look at Nothing Lasts Forever. And this one's great because it really shows the love he's got for his girl. That is true. We all have to go. Let's enjoy now before we grow old. She said nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts for nothing lasts forever. She said nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts for nothing lasts forever. Hate that is true. We all have to go. Let's enjoy now before we grow old. Nobody wanna grow up these days. Everybody wanna stay young. I mean, who really even wanna job these days? Everybody say it sound dumb. Well, life never chills. The longer you live mean the larger the bills. If someone start call from that company one more time, then somebody finna get killed. 9 to 5 should start something I feel. Just quit my job, thought that wasting my time. If life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. I made apple pie. Cut up the pieces, I split with my guys. I hope that our fortune will grow through the years. Move out the city we saw as a prison. The day that I leave, I'll be flowing with tears. Hardly the person I know I could be. I'm more so a shell of a man who was lost. Spent all my time on my future and plans that I barely have time for the present at all. Stared at the woman who carries my heart and she prays that I don't see a crash or a fall. I didn't come on my way in this life just to make it this far. That be the truth. She thinks it's great that the future is bright, cause sometimes it's better to plan out the way. But if you spend all of your time in the future, you'll never have time just to live in the day. How would you feel when your time's almost up and you look back on life and you see it's a blur? Rather than focus on blessings right now, you was focused on things that were yet to occur. She said nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts for nothing lasts forever. She said nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts for nothing lasts forever. Ain't that is true. We all have to go. Let's enjoy now before we grow old. I think what really hits home on this song in terms of his musical ability is Chris's ability to tell a story. He's like a poet in a way, more so than a rapper almost. Like he can tell a coherent story while keeping a flow. Like not everybody can do that. That is a talent that I certainly don't have, and I wish I had. But this dude has a crazy ability to tell a coherent story while also rapping, rhyming it, putting it in a rhyme scheme, and making it sound good at the same time. not everybody has all those talents. And, you know, that's what makes Chris special. Because he can hit you in the feelings, yet still make it sound good. I know that's not the technical, you know, jargon for it, but that's just what I feel from it. That's what makes Chris special to me. So that was an OG. We're going to another OG. This was the most recent song that he had out when I got introduced to Chris Patrick, which is, of course, Whippin', which I believe was his first collaboration with Justin L.A., if I'm not mistaken, which is his videographer for most of his videos. He did Whippin', Code of Ethics, Swish, 3 a.m. That dude's good as fuck with a video camera. But Whippin' is just a vibe, man. I love Whippin'. It's got that happy energy to it, man. I love it. And if you never heard it, I hope you love Whippin' too, because it's great. Bam, bam. I'm a weapon getter. I got a pack of winners. Like an I'm too active, baby. I come through that kitchen whip it, work up like a mess spinner. Like flows like I'm a weapon getter. If they say no else, I got a pack of winners. Never catch me like an I'm too active, baby. I come through that kitchen whip it. I go to Ramsey in my flip. Family if we break that open. I get rich. Swish. Imagine he's too lit. I'm the motherfucking master of the shit. Ugh, you stink. It's affirmative. Speak it, then it's permanent. My personal vendettas against these niggas got me murking shit. My flows descend from heavens. I've been watching people worship it. Born to be a king, Coretta. Some of them not tainted. With the higher ups, I aim for thrones they hide from us. I only want the glory. Right, not the famous. Get the whip and work up like I'm a spinner. These stuff flows, I'm not a weapon getter. Never signal else, I got a pack of winners. Catch me lacking, I'm too active, baby. I come through that kitchen whipping. Else I got a pack of winners. I come through that kitchen whipping. Touch me. I keep my vibe on fresh, you niggas dusty. You stagnant in my path where we adjusting. My niggas meant for this, we came from nothing. It's nothing. It's all within my legacy. I'm legolas, shoot arrows, do a bullseye act ahead of us. We ease my moves is effortless. It's lettered in my pedigree. My pops is fucking valid, so it's code in my heredity. I roll some smoke in mirrors and explode from loads of energy. I swear the haters cap me more than dome and like Kennedy's. They swear the kid done wrote this shit in domes like a Kennedy. I'm a thunder. Exposing all my enemies. I'm chosen in this century. Golden like we first place, cause second place impossible. My aim's controlling everything and anything that's logical. So please don't block my path or we gon' go. I come through that kitchen whip and work up like a master splinter. Expertise my flows, I'm not a white beginner. My niggas never take no else, I got a pack of winners. Distractions never catch me lacking, I'm too active, baby. I come through that kitchen whip and work up like a master splinter. Expertise my flows, I'm not a white beginner. My niggas never take no else, I got a pack of winners. Distractions never catch me lacking, I'm too active, baby. I come through that kitchen whipping. So, my favorite line in Whippin' is the line when he says, "We're more than family if we break bread." And I think, you know, you might just think, okay, it's one inconsequential line in one of his songs. But I feel like that's actually a mantra for Chris. Because, you know, Chris really treats his friends and family, from everything that I've seen, as his brothers. Like, he did not have to treat me the way he did. Okay? I was just a dude that was like, hey, I think you're talented. and he was like, hey, thanks. That could have been it. That could have been all of what our interactions could have been. But instead, we had a genuine conversation where we explained things and, talked about life and the universe and everything. Chris did not have to go out of his way to do anything that he did. Okay, we didn't have to be friends. We didn't have to have any kind of relationship. He could have just said thanks and moved on. But Chris genuinely means everything he says, and for him to accept me as a friend and as a brother, like, that's my guy right there forever. Like, I could have just been another, I was one of his 1,000 followers at the time, and I never thought he would have noticed me or taken an interest in anything that I, had to do. But the genuine time he's put into the friendship and the relationship we've had together, I cannot thank you enough, Chris. So thank you for that. And I think Whippin' also exemplifies a trait that I see in Chris that I don't really see in like 99.9% of people. Chris has what I call, I'm not going to call it cockiness. I'm not even going to call it self-confidence. He has an unshakable self-belief in his very core that he is meant to succeed. And there is nothing that anybody or anything can do to stop him. He is very much a practitioner of the speak it into existence mantra. And if he says something, he doesn't even, he's going to put his whole energy and effort into making that happen, because he knows in his heart of hearts that it is 100% going to happen. Like, I wish I had that mindset, man. Chris has it's an unshakable mindset that he has that I have never seen in like anybody else that I've ever met in my life. It's truly unbelievable to watch him go about his business, because he knows there is nothing that anybody can do to get in the way of his destiny. Okay? He feels that it is his destiny to make it big in the music world. And there is nothing that can stop him. And it's not cockiness. Like, it is, I'm going to tell you right now, Chris is one of the most humble and, thankful people I've ever met in my life. It is an unshakable belief in himself that he cannot possibly fail. And it's really an unbelievable mindset. And I feel like Whippin' exemplifies that. And I wish I had the mindset that he has, man. I wish I knew. I wish I could explain it better, because it is truly, like, it's hard to quantify. And it's something I've only ever seen really in Chris out of anybody that I've ever met in my life. So you're special in that way, Chris. I wish I knew how to explain it. But we'll move on to number 6, which is going to be the song that really catapulted him to national relevancy, which is, of course, Swish. We all know it. NBA 2K21. How could we possibly foreseen this? Like, all of us, man. Cypher Gang getting in the fucking NBA 2K21. Holy shit, man. But I first heard this song probably 2 months before it came out. I was bumping the demo version for like at least a month before it came out. If you guys didn't see in the Dropbox. Swish demo, right? So this demo version sounds different from the final version. So I've actually probably listened to the demo version more than the final version. But the final version is what we're going to listen to. It's, of course, the one that's on 2K. This is just a feel-good banger, man. I love Swish. Hey. Gang, gang. That's Swish. That action through my veins, I never miss. Going up my life is so insane since I got big lit.
These niggas in my
Face like, why the fuck y'all in my business? That's a switch, that's a switch, that's a switch.
Codies for that ice run through my veins, I never miss.
Going up my life is so insane since I got big lit.
These niggas in my face like, why the fuck y'all in my business? My quota
Isn't trending, need that back so I get rich. That's a switch to a lead. All my niggas grinding, trying to find a way to eat up. I was here before 2K21, dude. That's facts. That's a switch every time I shoot that deep one.
Hey, dude, you wanna shoot for the comments and hope that the money I stack is accumulating. Fuck his niggas gon' say about the moves I'm making. Ducking sauces and something I feel in my body, so I handle problems, can't lose my patience. If I do, I turn Eddie Guerrero. Most you niggas is probably the pew. You come through just to leave that little stitch in your face, and we try to steady improve.
Edit Eddie, we triple set ready.
Execution got a habit view. Step too heavy, my step back is deadly. I let this shit off and it puts on my groove. Keep that pressure away, I'm not folding. Ain't no weather gon' step in my chest with a cheddar. If that would just take to be golden. Make or break cause the money explosive. Keep them funny little niggas in back with the high Davis and they probably get cozy. Keep them dummy little bitches away from my packers. I hate when they alley, they know me. Keep the money hungry motherfuckers that bakers. Everybody
Ain't on my broski. Everyone ain't on their broski.
keep it calm. Gotta watch my hands cause snakes won't slither around my palms.
I can trust nobody who that ever did me wrong.
Gotta cut the
Ties, cut the ties, can't bring them long no more.
Keep it calm. Gotta watch my hands cause snakes won't slither around my palms.
I can trust nobody who that ever did me wrong.
Gotta cut the ties can't bring them
Long no more. That's a switch.
Codies for that ice run through my veins, I never miss. Going on my life is so insane since I got big lit. These niggas in my face like, why the fuck y'all in my business? That's a switch, that's a switch, that's a switch. Codies for that ice run through my veins, I never miss. Going on my life is so insane since I got big lit. These niggas in my face like, why the fuck y'all in my business? My quota is a trillion, need that back so I get rich.
That's a switch every time I shoot that deep one.
That's a switch every time I shoot that deep one. That's a switch every time I shoot that deep one.
All these fuck guys run through my veins, I never miss.
Going on my life is so insane since I got big lit. These niggas in my face like, why the fuck y'all in my business? My quota is a trillion, need that back so I get rich. That's a switch
To a lead.
All my niggas gonna
Trying to find a way to eat. Motive been survival, I can't find no time to sleep. That's a switch.
every time I shoot from deep, nigga.
Of course, I got to clown on my bro a little bit. We've all seen the Token Black Cypher vlog. You can't make shit, Chris. There ain't no swishes coming out of that, man. That's a brick. You got to make a parody of that. That's a brick. That's a brick. That's a brick. No, I know you've been in the lab. Working on that jump shot, you know. But, yeah. That Cypher basketball game, though. We all know how that went down. But next, we're moving on to the top 5. This is another old one. Back from 2018, I believe, or early 2019, one of the two. Yeah, this is an old one. All Falls Down. It's from his first, I believe, first mixtape that he still has on SoundCloud, that he still has like under Chris Patrick. If you don't know, there's a previous rap name he went under. I've never actually heard the stuff from his previous name. If you dig deep, I know what it is. I know what his previous rap name is. If you dig deep, you can find it with like his stuff at college and stuff he did there. But I believe this is one of the old ones from the actual Chris Patrick name. This one is All Falls Down from the mixtape. Sometimes I Don't Feel Like Myself. This one hits the heart. It's one of the sad ones.
This be the piece of dreams completion. Once you see the dreams, you need it from the jump. This be the thesis scheme for freedom. Once you see the demons leaving from your lungs. This be the reason sleep is not a feature. Reaching for the peace beneath the sun. I done gave all the either seasons, leaving even lost myself between the runs.
When it all falls down, I'm falling. When it all falls down, I'm falling. When it all falls down, I'm falling. When it all falls down, sure I believe it.
I went through shit I can't capture in words. 2018 was a year made from raptors I ain't think occurred. Challenged my faith like I'm Christopher Wallace. Sitting through college, my noggin was full of deception. Fuck your degree and that shit you professing, cause books never ready this. This is a fallacy, so is the real. Quadratic equations ain't never been known to stop into brutality. That's how I feel. Sporadic relations with people I really ain't fucking reveal. More for me than I was certain on. More for me to just keep working on. This be the piece of dreams completion. Once you see the dreams you needed from the jump. This be the thesis game for freedom. Once you see the demons leaving from your lungs. This be the reason sleep is not a feature. Reaching for the peace beneath the sun. I done gave all the me through seasons leaving. Even lost myself between the runs.
When it all falls down, I'm falling. When it all falls down, I'm falling. When it all falls down, I'm falling. When it all falls down.
This is the 25th moon and I woke up with tears in my eyes. The fear that I die without becoming anything scares me. I look in my mirror and watch my reflection change rarely. I pray I could change my environment. Pray I could stop my addictions and look at that. Numb on my nerves from the pain that's inside of me. Pray that someday that the child I bear can admire me. Pray that the bond with my brother don't break from us arguing. Pray that I let go of pain I've been harboring. I can't keep running for fields. I need the comfort to heal. My life been tight mess, you see me slipping up.
When it all falls down,
can someone pick me up?
up?
This be the piece that dreams completion. Once you see the dreams you needed from the jump. This be the thesis game for freedom. Once you see the demons leaving from your lungs. This be the reason sleep is not a feature. Reaching for the peace beneath the sun. I done gave all the me through seasons leaving. Even lost myself between the runs. When it
all falls down, I'm falling.
When it all falls down, I'm falling. When it all falls down, I'm falling. When it all falls down. When it all falls down,
Falls down.
when it all falls down, I'm falling. When it all falls down, I'm falling. When it all falls down.
Yeah, so it's one of the OGs. It also showcases his singing ability, and it really just hits close to the heart because, like, you know, dealing with depression, mental health issues, just that one hits close to home for me. And hopefully I'm showing some of the newer fans some of his older stuff that really I enjoy the most. But, of course, we're going to get into the newest song next, but I hope some of the newer fans that haven't heard his older stuff are getting to learn from this and, you know, really look back because it's really some great stuff that he's got. All of his songs are great. But we'll move on to the newest addition to the discography. And the headline single on his newest mixtape, From the Heart 2, which is 3 a.m., this is probably the most hyped song that he's had come out, I think, in just terms of the hype that was just, I guess, developed for it for like 6 months. Like, people were waiting for this song to drop for like at least 6 months, if not like 9 months, before when he first previewed it. I think, you know, it definitely lives up to the hype. He basically doesn't rap at all in the song. He just shows off his singing voice. I mean, I haven't listened to From the Heart 2, but I feel like that's going to be the direction in which that project goes, is more towards the singing side, just to show that he's versatile. And I respect that. Chris is a versatile artist. He's a versatile human being. And you guys all know 3 a.m. And this one's going to be a classic, I feel, man.
It's about 3 a.m. and you still want a nigga to slide on you. Lucky I ride for you. I'ma hit up your line when I start up the drive for you. Wouldn't want to waste my time, but you know that I vibe with you. 3 a.m. and you still want a nigga to slide on you. Lucky I ride for you. I'ma hit up your line.
I wish I had somebody to slide on 3 a.m., man.
But you know that I vibe with you.
You don't even care if the sun down. You just wanna creep through the lights. You just wanna know if I gon' come round.
Told you
I'ma see you tonight. Send me your text about how you need me in your life.
Speed through the streets until I see you
in my sight.
My GPS said I'm gonna be down here tonight. Needed me, baby, told you we gon'
be alright.
It's about 3 a.m. and you still want a nigga to slide on you. Lucky I ride for you. I'ma hit up your line when I start up the drive for you. Won't waste my time, but you know that I vibe with you. 3 a.m. and you still want a nigga to slide on you. Lucky I ride for you. I'ma hit up your line when I start up the drive for you. Won't waste my time, but you know that I vibe with you.
I'ma be honest, I hate that I can leave you alone.
Don't hold your comments, just tell me how you feel when I'm gone. You like the vibe we created when I slide in your zone. Can't even hide, cause your face ain't you glad that I stuck around. You glad that I stuck around, cause most niggas fuck around. You know they gon' break your heart. I swear I won't take you apart. I'll take the pieces and put them back together. I'll create a whole new defense. Couldn't be forever if we never fix a recent. Always these are better since you leveled up the frequency. Can't settle till I see you free.
Let go, live life, live long time.
Can't settle till I see you free.
Let go, live life, live long time.
It's about 3 a.m. and you still want a nigga to slide on you. Lucky I ride for you. I'ma hit up your line when I start up the drive for you. Won't waste my time, but you know that I vibe with you. 3 a.m. and you still want a nigga to slide on you. Lucky I ride for you. I'ma hit up your line when I start up the drive for you. Won't waste my time, but you know that I vibe with you. I pray the moments we spend here
Never fade. I pray the moments we spend here never fade. I pray the moments we spend here never fade. I pray the moments we spend here never fade.
It's about 3 a.m. and you still want a nigga to slide on you. It's about 3 a.m. and you still want a nigga to slide on you. It's about 3 a.m. and you still want a nigga to slide on you. It's about 3 a.m. and you still want a nigga to slide on you. It's about 3 a.m. and you still want a nigga to slide on you. Lucky I ride for you. I'ma hit up your line when I start up the drive for you. Won't waste my time, but you know that I vibe with you. 3 a.m. and you still want a nigga to slide on you. Lucky I ride for you. I'ma hit up your line when I start up the drive for you. Won't waste my time, but you know that I vibe with you. It's about 3 a.m. and you still want a nigga to slide on you. It's about 3 a.m. and you still want a nigga to slide on you. It's about 3 a.m. and you still want a nigga to slide on you. It's about 3 a.m. and you still want a nigga to slide on you.
Man, I wish I had somebody to slide on at 3 a.m. But I think really the most powerful line of that song to me is the I pray these moments we spend here never fade. Just because it's applicable in so many different situations. Whether you're with your girl, whether you're with your bros, whether you're with your family, with your friends, with your homies. Just living life in the moment is really what matters. And the moments that you spend with people while they're still here on this earth is the most important thing you can do for anyone. Is that you cherish the moments that you have with the people that you love. Whether it's your girl, whether it's your bros, whether it's your family, friends, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. The most important thing that you can do on this entire earth is cherish the time that you have with your loved ones, because the time you have is limited, and that's really what matters. And that's honestly, sure, it's a song about sliding on your girl and hooking up, you know, but like Chris has an amazing ability to take that situation and make it applicable to a whole lot of other real life situations, and another reason that just makes him special, man. We'll get into the top 3 now. Holy moly. This one, Fantasy. I don't actually think many people know this one. This is another OG. People are gonna be surprised at this one, that this got top 3, but this 100% deserves it. Another one from Sometimes I Don't Feel Like Myself. And this one hits hard. This one, if you never heard it, just it cuts real deep, right into the heart, man. We'll just have to listen to it. I'll hopefully it shows you what I mean by this. This is the most underrated Chris Patrick song, I'll tell you right now.
Yo, honestly, I'm getting real sick of this shit.
Right here.
I shouldn't have to keep reminding you. You're not the only one who has things to do, and you just keep wasting my time. You don't want to do something, be straight up. All that indecisive bullshit, all these games you keep playing, like...
Tell him, Amira.
Enough at this point. Not everything is a joke, and you're a grown-ass man, so you really got me fucked up if you think I'm about to keep treating you like a child. You really need to get over yourself.
I've been watching the way that you pacing back and forth as you walk across the floor. I've been lost in the thoughts of us waking up in the country's phone. I've been dreaming of a place where the sun doesn't ever stop shining, where the love doesn't ever stop vibing, and the trust that you never know. I've been lost in the way that you pacing back and forth as you walk across the floor. I've been lost in the thoughts of us waking up in a country so foreign. I've been dreaming of a place
where the sun doesn't ever stop shining, where the love doesn't ever stop vibing, with the trust
that you never know. Hesitation. Jump up that balcony, Jasmine. You wouldn't actually think I would be your Aladdin. My wishes on you. Drop all my bitches for you. Do something different for you, just to make you mine. Pacing back and forth as you walk across the floor. I've been lost in the thoughts of us waking up in a country so foreign. I've been dreaming of a place where the sun doesn't ever stop shining, where the love doesn't ever stop vibing,
with a trust that you never know. I've been watching the way that you pacing
back and forth as you walk across the floor.
I've been lost in the thoughts of us waking
up in a country so foreign. I've been dreaming of a place
where the sun doesn't ever stop shining, where the love doesn't ever stop vibing, with the trust that you never know, with the trust that you never know, with the trust that you never know, with the trust that you never know.
So that one, a lot of people are gonna be saying, how the hell are you putting this top 3 when it's just like one verse and then a chorus? Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, the way he structured this is unbelievable. Having his girl do the intro, like, man, his mind. His girl does the intro, and the way he structures this song is unbelievable. Just being able to phrase both relationship problems that he has in the intro with what he wishes for the relationship in the future is, it just cuts deep to my heart. And like I said, this is all my opinion. It's top 3 for me. I feel like this is gonna be the most contentious one, but I just love this one. Literally, the first time I heard it, I listened to it probably 50 times back to back. It just cut way deep in my heart, man. I love it. Cut to my core. But we're gonna go to number 2 now, which is Code of Ethics. So this was the most recent song that had come out when I first discovered Chris Patrick. This is the most recent song that he had out. And I played this, and I fell in love with it the first time I listened to it. I probably played it 100 times back to back. Not even gonna lie. It really had that much of an impact on me because there's, I guess, the code of ethics that he has. I guess it translates to Chris's interactions with people, and he'll love you, but if you fuck with Chris, he will there's no coming back from that. Like, Don't break the code of ethics with Chris. If you follow the code, you great. Chris will love you. But if you break it, you know, we're going to have issues, as my dad says. But I love this song, man. Salsa. People in my line because I bust up.
My shorty, she a demon, you get tossed up. My homies
Any reason, please don't cross it. Please don't. You are up and we don't need those. My first year in the league, I feel like D-Rose.
MVP, I
Put the city on top of my shoulders.
If a nigga died today, they
Probably treat me like Sosa. I don't like
goofy niggas tripping out
they
they
psyche. There is
Inside
no
that drip,
I've been a Pisces. My quick is icy.
I switch up so them niggas can't be like me, no. Hey,
Maneuver and bend, yeah, I'm doing it. Fast and furious miracle. I can do the signs and move empirical. Playing with me, a deity. You're really the things that people like clerical. Scared to only bring sincerity. Keep to the code, I have to embarrass you. Hey, we get the moves on the low key. I'm never going anyone else. That really know me. Gone to a motherfucker OG. That's the cloud. And you need to back him down. I'm ready to back what about you. Sauced up. People in my line because I bossed up. My shawty, she a demon, you'll get tossed up. My homies need a reason, please don't cross us. Please don't fuck around and break the code of ethics. Keep it cool on the side, it's couple steady.
Violation of my rules, pathetic. My time wasted isn't something that I mess with.
Not expecting. Please don't wait.
As I see, smoothly making moves to boost the regime. I need to cover my bases. Keep it in driving, no breaking. Some of you niggas try moving like me, but most of you niggas really basic.
I didn't even want to say shit, cause most of y'all say and then you never evolve. If we ain't got lacking, it's the death of us all.
Can't let how you been acting now affect us
At all. My mama said don't trust him cause like half of your frauds. Don't get sauced up.
Sauced up. People hit my line because I bossed up. My shorty,
And she a demon, you'll get tossed up. My homies need a reason, please don't cross us. Please don't. You were out and we don't need those. My first year in the league, I feel like D-Rose. Bang, bang, boom, boom, boom. Man, it's honestly, even though it only came out like a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, it's kind of nostalgic to me in a way. Just because it brings back memories of first discovering Chris and first talking to him and first building that relationship. Like, that relationship that I have with Chris is special, and that's never going to change. I mean, you know, I got a brother for life there. And, you know, shout out to everybody around Chris and his team with Crossroads. He has really surrounded himself with some good people, you know, like Mizzy and Chaz and all those guys. I want to meet you guys someday. Come out to Jersey, you know, meet the crew. But, you know, hopefully Chris can come out to Minnesota and we can link up. But, you know, I'm just happy and grateful to have known you, Chris, and you surround yourself with some good dudes. Whether it's Cypher Gang, whether it's Crossroads, whether it's me, I'm just grateful to be a part of it. And we'll get into number one here, which really has a close connection to me. He previewed this on Twitter about 3 months before it, at least 3 months, if not 6 months before it ever came out. It was just a single verse, and set to a Donald Glover beat, and it eventually came out on From the Heart. And I swear, the first time I listened to this in full, I cried. It really means that much to me. Chris and I share a lot of the same struggles with mental health. He is obviously further advanced from me in the, I guess, getting out from the rut that poor mental health puts you in. Both of us have dealt with suicidal thoughts in the past. Both of us have thought it's been better to take our lives than continue living at points in our lives. but Chris has a better mindset than me in that he considers it just choosing to live. And I haven't gotten to that point yet, but this song really resonates to me in on a level that not really many songs in my life have resonated on, and it's number one for a reason. This is the only Chris Patrick song I have rated as a full-on 10 out of 10, and it is very, very difficult in my ratings to get a full 10 out of 10 on a song. There are only 10 songs that I have. You can look on my Twitter that have a 10 out of 10 rating and are my top 10 favorite songs ever. So it is very, very tough to get a 10 out of 10 rating from me on an individual song. This is a 10 out of 10. This cuts deep into my heart and really exposes the connection that Chris and I have in the way of mental health, in the way of just battling within yourself, with your demons, and choosing to live in the very end. And, I'm grateful for Chris for choosing to live. I hope he said this. He's grateful to me for choosing to live. But this song really matters to me in a way not many songs do. So this is deeply personal to me, and that's why it's my number one. But we'll just listen to Stand Tall. Very simple beat.
Messing with depression, I'm still pissed that I ain't cope. Dealing with scandals in my head like I'm Olivia Pope. I got demons living inside me like insidious ghosts. Body hopping to other people when they ain't getting too close. I got walls up for protection, not for me, but more for you. Cause if I showed you all my problems, you would see how much I'm screwed. Can't afford to let you bear my burdens. I'm scared my lack of work on earth gonna leave you sadly hurt.
Back the fuck up for your safety.
I won't say it twice. If you dare cross that caution tape,
it's gonna cost you your life.
I never asked to be saved. I never asked for no savior. My faith is shaky like voices of those who ask for a favor. Like what the fuck you need? Slave to my issues all the time. I feel like nothing free. Thursday texting, ducking all the sessions. Shawty texting you okay? But I be ducking all the messages and asking myself all these different questions like, should I be alive? Maybe I should leave. I'ma be alright where I'm supposed to be. Sadly, I don't know. Sadly, I don't know. Gotta live the love. Opening my eyes and see my time is not worth giving up. Felt like I ain't did enough. Looking for my liver, let the Jose Cuervo lift me up. Visions of the people that I lost are starting to hit me up. Like, nigga, how'd you get here? I'm still unconscious, bodily fluids splurging from out me as it hit my garbage. Throwing up sucks, my body can't control it. Plus, I really feel alive within this hopeless moment. Now I see it clear. If we all destined to die, then I should never live in fear. If we all destined to fly, then I should step away from my peers. All them chains that's in my mind should kindly start to disappear. Every time I speak to Nas, he try to tell me this the year. Every time I speak to God, I feel he might just hit the climb. Cause he got faith in where I'm headed. It was made in my design. I'm expected to exceed in ways that's greater than the times. I might have doubted shit before, but now I think I made my mind. Cause I'm alive. Maybe I won't leave. I'ma be alright where I'm supposed to be. Something that I know. Something that I know. Something that I know.
Man, Chris, you out here make me cry, dude. But that really hits close to home, man. For those of you who don't know, I attempted to take my own life, and the way I attempted to do it was getting drunk as fuck. And you know, when I first heard that snippet on Twitter, it hit close to home in a way that not many songs have. And Chris, I love you, bro. So that's gonna be it for the top 10 Chris Patrick songs. Here's the list of them. Hope you enjoyed. So we got honorable mentions: Cypher Contest, External, and Big Black Truck. Nights, Playing Games, Nothing Lasts Forever, Whippin', Swish, All Falls Down, 3 a.m., Fantasy, Code of Ethics, and Stand Tall. Hope y'all hyped for From the Heart 2, as well as Chris Patrick's album coming out next year. He does have an album coming out next year. I can't confirm that with the man himself. I'm not let you know any other details other than that. He's got an album coming out next year. But hopefully you enjoyed the list. Of course, my personal opinion and all. If you got any opinions on, you know, this song was too high or this was too low, why wasn't this song in there? Leave them in the comments. Of course, anybody who's getting introduced to Chris Patrick's music, that's a win for me. It's an honor. I love you, bro, Chris. Hopefully you enjoy this. I know you said the list was fire when I previewed it to you, but hopefully you enjoyed the video. And we'll see you guys next time.